Okay, sup you chuckle fucks, it's your boy Dark Raku here with mostly what if Issei unlock Ultra Instinct Part 2. Now before I go on, I know that half of you motherfuckers want Part 2 of what if Issei was the reincarnation of Kermit the Frog from the Devil Artemis universe. Yes, I fucking know. Let me just watch more Devil Artemis videos because I don't remember half the quotes that he said before, but yeah. But yeah, let me watch more videos. Not the point. Not the fucking point. I just remember, what's it called? But yeah, okay, not the fucking point. Let me just begin. Just what if? Let me shut the fuck up and let me begin. So we begin into mostly, well, after Issei kind of passed out and after fighting Cokebill and other things. Since it hasn't been 1 month, no recaps, no nothing. Because it was 11 minutes that I made that fucking part. But I don't care. Let me begin this sweater. Let me shut the fuck up. Stop rambling on, goddamn potato. But yeah, we go into mostly a hospital place. Issei just woke up, and this is where when Issei woke up, he first clutches his hands just because he felt very weird for a second until it disappeared. This is where, well, he then kind of says, that was a strange dream. Actually, no, it wasn't a dream. Issei right now thinks in his head, hell no, it wasn't a dream. This is where Issei then has the biggest grin on his face. Literally the biggest grin you can ever see. It's more kind of him smiling than ever being lustful or perverted. And this is where Issei says, I have atomic Ultra Instinct. I need to learn how to control this. I can't believe I even awakened it. That's actually crazy. I always wanted to awaken it when I was younger, when I actually watched that fucking Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Super and the Torment Power. Now I just gotta figure out how to awaken it again. That's it. I know what to do. Diedrich, wake your ass up. This is where Issei kind of calls out for Diedrich in his head. This is where Diedrich says, huh? What happened? Partner, you're alive. This is where Issei says, yeah. Shut up for a second. I need training. Training? Well, yeah, you do definitely need training if you need to. No. What I need training is I gotta learn how to tap into my instincts again. Your what? This is where Issei says, he explains, I want to just tap into my atomic Ultra Instinct again. And I need to learn how to even control that in the first place. So, we are going to hit the books, and I'm also going to be wearing weights so I can increase my stamina and other stuff. This is where, well, Issei says, other than that, that's how Goku did it, so I gotta do the exact same thing so I can become just like Goku. Stars in his eyes. This is where, well, Diedrich says, partner, shouldn't you rest a little bit? You're still tired from the... And no. Who cares about me being tired? I gotta become stronger, and I have to become the, well, next user of the Ultra Instinct. Even though it's technically a technique that can only be used by a certain couple of people who actually pass into the domains of the god. But who cares? I need to learn it. This is where Issei jumps out of his bed, and this is where he grins like a psychotic idiot. And this is where, well, we'll see Diedrich says, hey partner, you're not wearing any clothes. Oh shit, I'm not? Who gives a damn? This is where, well, we'll see Diedrich says, what do you mean who gives a damn? This is where, well, Issei says, who cares? I gotta first learn how to go Ultra Instinct. Who gives a damn about my clothes? This is where Diedrich says, Issei, for the love of fucking Christ, or not the love of Christ, for the love of the fiery burning pits of hell, put on some damn clothes before you then run off and, yeah, you get the point. What happened if a girl sees you and then kicks you? Yeah, that is probably true. Then I'll dodge with my Ultra Instinct. You don't even know how to use it. And why do you call it Ultra Instinct? Atomic Ultra Instinct. Because that's the name of it. Have you never read Dragon Ball Z? Well, mostly Dragon Ball series. In the Dragon Ball Super kind of place, or even Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it shows Goku calling it either Atomic Ultra Instinct. Some of the gods also call it Ultra Instinct. But some of them actually call it Master Ultra Instinct when he fully masters and his hair becomes white. Which that reminds me, I wonder if my hair would become white if I actually... Also, I do have my hair a lot spiky. I should probably cut it a little bit, some of the locks down. This is where, well, mostly Diedrich has seen how Issei's a complete different person. This is where, well, he's more excited to becoming this fucking user of this Ultra Instinct that Issei calls it than caring about females. Like, he's literally more of a fanboy of Dragon Ball than fucking being perverted right now. This is where, well, Dietrich says, Issei, can you please calm down? You're about to, I don't know, kind of rise up your blood sugar or something. Who cares? This is where Issei says, other than that, close. This is where he's looking around. He finds, like, fucking doctor clothes and he just puts it on and he doesn't care. Well, other than that, let's go! This is where, Dietrich says, Issei, this is a terrible idea. You don't even know where you're going. Who gives a damn? This is where Issei opens the door. It is a human hospital. It's actually not the underworld hospital, which is a good thing. But this is where, well, he's looking around and saying, okay, I'm in the hospital. Just in the human hospital. This is where a doctor says, hey, what are you doing? This is where he noticed it's none other than a kid that's named Issei Hiro. And says, hey, shouldn't you be resting? No. Issei starts fucking booking it. Fuck it, I am not going. No, I am not resting until I become the strongest. This is where, well, mostly the doctor chases him. Hey, get back over there. You need to rest. He says, no. But yeah, Issei managed to escape him after a while, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei is now out of the hospital after managing to escape the doctor, another doctor from a different fucking floor, a nurse, another nurse from a different floor also. 5 security guards. He managed to dodge all of them, and he thought he was actually using mostly atomic ultra instinct until that was just his pure fucking luck. And this is where, well, he actually did manage to dodge one of them out of mostly not even luck, out of like a reflex dodge. This is where, well, he actually like fucking bent his body, but he managed to dodge that person and start fucking running. But yeah, this is where, well, Dietrich says, was that really necessary? Lisa says, who cares? Now, it's on to my training and figuring out and researching and other stuff. I have never heard you ever said that you want to research so bad. Shut the fuck up. We're going to the library. What about the outfit that you're wearing? Fuck. I wonder if I could just say I'm just a doctor, just kind of researching other stuff. Maybe it will work. Because if I have to go through instinct, usually that would have to be kind of scientific though. So, let's go. This is where Issei walks into the fucking, like, library. The mostly librarian just looks at him. This is where Issei just nods his head while the librarian just ignores him. While Issei goes to the straight up the scientific kind of research of literally fucking instinct, of different animal instincts. And this is where he starts researching it for a good 5 fucking hours. Dietrich is right now asleep. And yes, Issei can hear him and says, can you at least cut off the link? This is where Dietrich says, kid, we've been here for 5 hours, and you've been nothing but learning how the instincts work of animals. Different animals, specifically apes. Why are you fucking searching this up anyway? Because I need to learn how to go out your instinct. Fuck's sakes, kid. When did he, where was this fucking genius side of yours to ever be excited to fucking learn? Aren't you that fucking dumbass that doesn't care about learning half the time? Issei scoffs and says, when it comes to important things like going master ultra instinct, this is important. Now shut up. This is where, well, we'll see. Dietrich says, oh my fucking god. You don't even explain what it is fully. Issei just scoffs and says, I don't need to explain to you. You just have to see and learn and how I'm gonna go into this form. And besides, did you not see me beat the shit of Kokubyo like that? I can't believe I even learned how to go into that. Now, I need motivation. That's where we'll see Dietrich says, yeah, go ask your president for motivation. No, I'm not. I don't mean that. I need my phone and definitely need phone and other things. Why would you need your phone? I need fucking motivation. Now shut up. This is where, well, mostly Dietrich said, oh my god, kid. Okay, you are not a lizard. You cannot fucking use the instance of a lizard. I'm not going to use the instance of a lizard. I'm just learning the basic instance from different animals. Because what happens if I'm actually from a different species? I don't know, maybe I'm like a human mixed with like a sand. Issei's hoping he's a fucking sand. That's where Dietrich says, what the fuck is a sand? You don't need to know about it. But not the point. Now, on to what I'm gonna go learn. Kid, are you going to... I can see what you're fucking thinking of. And no, that's literally fucking insane. You are not going to just the thuggest part of the fucking Kuo just to go piss off some thugs and so they can shoot you. Why not? No. Are you... God damn it, kid. Can you not be insane for a second? This is it. But I need to learn. Shut up with this fucking ultra instinct. Just go home. No. Fuck it. What will actually get you to go home? Wait. Yeah, like weights for like the clothing and other things. And how are you gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna go to the store first just to see how much it costs. when Issei literally goes up to like a place where they like sell weights and other things, Issei asks for like weighted clothing, weighted kind of arm braces and other things. This is where, well, the person says, yeah, we have those. I don't think you're gonna be able to kind of. This is where Issei kind of pulls out from the kind of pockets of mostly the doctor's outfit and says, okay, I'll take some. This is where Issei found out there was money in here, but yeah, there was like $300, which he doesn't even remember actually seeing it there, but who cares? This is where Issei buys them, and this is where, well, he starts putting them on. This is where, well, it feels heavy on his body, but he doesn't care. He's going to train like hell. So, of course, he needed to figure out how to get up first. So, of course, he's trying to get up. While Dietrich is saying, you know, I can always help you just boost and make them light. Shut up, Dietrich. I need this to actually help me and actually learning. This is where Issei managed to get up, and now he's walking so strangely. Issei doesn't care. I will become Goku! Ah! But yeah, this is where, well, mostly Issei is just screaming. But yeah, like a crazy person, people think he's strange. But yeah. But after mostly like 7 hours, it's been already the night, and Issei's still struggling. He doesn't care. I will not give up. The ground itself crushes underneath because these shit are heavy as shit. He did not expect this at all. He's like, I don't care. Ah. This is where almost he is now trying to walk to the house. But yeah. Pretty much the outfit that he's wearing, it looks like a Goku kind of like orange jumpsuit, but instead of the kind of like turtle kind of jumpsuit or whatever, it's all black. This is where he says, doesn't care. But yeah, he's right now just training. Dietrich is saying, oh my gosh, kid, can you please shut up? No, I will master this. So yeah, we go into mostly a time skip of like a couple more hours, and yes, Issei finally learned how to walk properly. And of course, maybe the mostly weighted kind of clothing is helping him build his muscles. So that's a good thing. But of course, the next day was school because the sun rises up and he says, school. Not going. Teacher says, what the fuck you mean you're not going? I said I'm not going. Teacher says, no. You basically made me stay up all night. You're going to school. Fuck you, Dietrich. You're not making me. I'm going to learn this goddamn martial arts in one way or another. And no way in hell I'm going to go to school and be bothered. Go to your house at least and take off the weighted clothing. No. Because I like this weighted clothing. It got kind of comfortable with me. No. Take it off, Dietrich said. He's acting like a goddamn annoyed dragon from the fact that his host is acting more crazier than ever. Less perverted, which he's happy, but more crazier. He's sighing and saying, come on, Issei, just get to the fucking house. Fine. This is where Issei gets to his house. Of course, since it's already a mansion, he just walks in there. He doesn't care. He kind of sees that no one's here because, yes, it's like 8 o'clock. He doesn't care. This is where, well, he goes to his, like, clothing spot and other things. This is where, well, he starts putting on his clothes over his weighted clothes. And this is where, well, Caesar sees this and says, Issei, take off the weighted clothes. No. Besides, why are you telling me to take off my clothing? Hey, Dietrich, you need to calm down. I don't swing that way. Dietrich says, I'm gonna kill you, brat. And I'm not taking off this clothing. Now leave me alone. This is where, well, mostly Dietrich scoffs and says, Issei, fuck it, go ahead, go like that. I don't care no more. You see what's happening? This is where, well, he then smiles and says, okay. This is where, well, he then kind of like gets a bit of like Dragon Ball Super kind of like manga and other stuff, but yeah. He also finds a spare phone and yeah, headphones also, but yeah. He grabs his like book bag and starts going to school. He sees his mom and dad. They're like wondering, hey Issei, weren't you at the hospital? Issei said, I was like early. Well, his mom and dad noticed the sleeping, well, mostly the excitement in their son's eye, which it was confusing just to see that. This is where his father says, so, did you get any girl kind of interested in you? This is where, well, mostly Issei says, oh no, of course not. I don't really care about that anyway. Besides, what I care more about is the fact that I'm going to be the strongest hero ever. This is where, well, he kind of pulls out shades out of the fuck nowhere, and this is where his parents watch up and say, Issei, what are you talking about? Issei says, oh, don't worry, mom and dad. You don't need to worry at all. I will protect you from anything. This is where, well, Issei then snaps his fingers, and this is where, well, a kind of super sight actually appears around him, but yeah. This is where, well, his parents just switch up and say, okay, I think we're just tripping at this point. He says, other than that, I gotta be going to school, bye. This is where, well, mostly Issei's now walking. This is where, well, he's kind of getting to school. This is where, well, he then started trying to run in his weighted clothing, and this is where, well, he feels a little bit heavy, but he doesn't care. Yeah, he's literally running. But this is where, well, we're jogging a little bit, and it's just kind of slow, but whatever. This is where, well, Issei is kind of sweating, but he doesn't care. I need to keep going. But yeah. But of course, Issei kind of goes and does that, but yeah. But of course, we go into a time skip of school. When everything is now over, Issei got there late, and of course the teacher says, really? Kyoto, you got here late again? This is where Issei says, who cares? This is where Issei goes to his chair, sit down, and this is where, well, he collapsed and then fell asleep. When the teacher started talking one word. Yeah, Issei was tired, dead ass tired. But of course, he was too excited in making his body so hyperactive. Mostly, he didn't actually pay attention that his body needed rest. Lots of it. But Issei, when he had to sit down once, yeah, he fell asleep. But yeah. This is where, well, mostly the teacher says, Hyoto. This is where, well, she throws a chalkboard, like a chalk piece at Issei, and Issei just dodges to the right. Archwell instant activated. Dodges to the left. Dodges to the right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. But yeah, this is where, well, the teacher just threw a whole broom at Issei. Issei catches with one finger and just destroys the broom and fell back asleep. Everyone was shocked, saying, what the fuck? Huh? This is where, well, people are confused, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of, well, the teacher's just giving up and just letting Issei fall asleep. But yeah, Ozzy and even what's it called, Zenobia, who was actually the newest member there, is actually shocked to see Issei. This is where, oh, mostly when Issei wakes up after a while because his friends wake him up saying, hey, you want to go to see the people and the girls or blah blah blah. Issei right now opens his eyes and say, huh? What are you doing? Talking? Huh? This is where, well, they were like, dude, you're asleep for a while. You've been asleep for 1 hour, dude. Calm down. This is where, well, mostly Issei say, so what are we talking about? This is where, well, they're like talking about, like, you want to go peep on the girls, Kendall girls, and other things. This is where the girls, mostly half of every girl in their classroom, let's discuss it. Some of the guys already left and went to go do whatever because, well, it's only, well, it's not lunchtime, but yeah. But yeah, mostly not 1 hour passed, but yeah, Issei got there pretty freaking late. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into mostly, mostly Matsuda and Murahama kind of talking to Issei. So, you want to go? Issei says, I have better things to do. And what is that? This is where Issei says, glad you asked me. Issei pulls shades out of the fucking nowhere. And this is where, oh, mostly both of them switch up and says, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to learn how to become a Master Ultra Atomic Instinct user from Dragon Ball. This is where both of them said because they know what that is. This is where, well, mostly Murahama knows what it is. Matsuda doesn't. This is where, well, Murahama says, dude, you do realize that's fake half the time. That's not gonna happen. What is going to happen is us getting a harem or getting a girl at least. This is where Issei scoffs and says, I don't give a damn about that. Right now what I care about is going Master Ultra Instinct. And when I learn how to go it, I'm going to be just like Goku. This is where, well, mostly Matsuda switches and says, what is he talking about? Murahama right now talks to Issei and says, dude, that's never gonna happen. What the hell are you talking about anyway? Dragon Ball? Really? Aren't you talking about the newest? This is where, well, he kind of says the new magical girl stuff. And this is where, well, the girls who actually knows about mostly magical girls just scoff. They don't even know what the hell Dragon Ball is. But this is where Issei scoffs and says, that shit's stupid. This is where almost everyone almost spits out because mostly both Matsuda and Murahama just looks at him and glares at him. Issei says, that shit's so dumb. It's basically, can Goku be beaten by them? Hell nah. Goku ain't gonna be losing to anyone. This is where, well, mostly Matsuda right now comes in and saying, you know, the magical girl. This is where, well, he kind of goes into saying the magical girl named mostly Shatura kind of just says, or mostly not Shatura, mostly Matsuda kind of says, the girl named magical girl Shatura says that she's going to definitely beat Goku, whoever this Goku is. This is where Issei glares at Matsuda, and this is where his eyes almost went silver. The fuck did you just say? This is where Matsuda gets scared of mostly his eyes. Well, mostly they didn't went. It kind of went silver a little bit, and this is where Issei says, hell the fuck no. Goku's the one that's gonna kick the bitch out of her. Nah. You ain't talking shit about Goku. No way. Ain't no way. You say that 50% of the this is where mostly what's it called? Murahama kind of says he interrupt mostly Issei's speech about Goku. No, Goku can easily lose to the magical girls in this world. Well, he can easily even lose to someone who's a berserk, say, and other stuff and blah. This is where Issei smacked the shit out of fucking Matsuda, like fucking backhanded him in the back of the head. This is where Issei says, nah, you fuckers are tripping. Ain't no way Goku's gonna lose to these fucking magical girls. Goku's the strongest out here. This is where mostly they were just shocked. This is where mostly Murahama was shocked that he guys just smacked the shit out of him. This is where they glare at mostly Issei, and Issei glares at them and says, ain't no way Goku's gonna lose to some fucking weaklings. This is where so basically Issei pulls out this song and starts kind of singing it, while mostly both of them just arguing with Issei.
Everybody? Then who the fuck can beat him? Nigga, you can't! What do you really want to do, bruh? My nigga, what do you really want to do? Like I said, y'all keep saying over and over that Goku can't beat everybody. So name one single nigga that can beat him. Superhero, supervillain, superhuman, I don't care what they can do. What about that ain't computing? I don't know, maybe I just thought this ain't a discussion, thought I told you. Yeah, they might be strong, but they ain't beating Goku.
What if they took out a universe?
No.
They get stronger when they go berserk.
No. Look, this ain't a discussion, thought I told you. Yeah, they might be strong, but they ain't beating Goku. I ain't got time for none of this chit-chat. Saitama getting his wig snapped. Troy Mustang and Thanos, yeah, both of them about to get snapped. I'm tired of hearing your lips smack like Bomba, all of them get slapped. Talk about the wave the white banner when he gets smashed.
Gojo getting blindfolded up so he won't see it coming. Ear getting beaten up and eating, he don't keep running. Natsu got a weak stomach, he about to need something. Spider-Man and Venom seeing carnage if they keep bugging.
All of them are miles off the beaten path. Even Flash, A-Train, Sonic, they ain't even fast. Hellboy getting smoked, he bout to toke him off the breeding path. Turn the trainer into ash.
Damn, they ain't healing that. Luffy bout to walk the plank, Bakugo is sweating. Every girl in Panzer bout to tank if they be overstepping. Koro Sensei bout to learn a lesson when this hoe's in session. Every pro hero just endeavoring to go for second.
Superhero, supervillain, superhuman, I don't care what they can do. What about that ain't computing? I don't know, maybe I just thought this ain't a discussion, thought I told you. Yeah, they might be strong, but they ain't beating Goku.
This is where Issei basically just sings it to his friends, and this is where both of them just switch up and say, dude, you are really going with this whole Dragon Ball thing too serious, dude. Let's just talk about girls. And this is where Issei says, nah, no, fuck that shit. What I'm going to do is basically train my ass and also study to basically become like Goku. Actually, Goku doesn't study. Actually, never mind. I might just throw the whole study out the window. But I'm training like hell. I'm being Goku. No way I'm gonna lose. That's where, mostly they switch off and say, dude, you need to calm down. This is where Issei says, no, I'm not calming down. I'm going to definitely learn how to go Ultra Instinct. They were like, dude, just if you get bored out of it, you can always just like see us and yeah, good luck with that. This is where Issei just kind of cuts him off and says, goodbye, shoot, go away. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna be reading Dragon Ball Super and all the manga chapters from mostly just Dragon Ball in general, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and also Dragon Ball Super. Now, go away, shoot. This is where both of them switch up and say, dude, are you really gonna read all that? You know, it'd be better if you read like an air. Shut the fuck up. That's where Issei says, just hurry the fuck up and leave me alone. This is where both of them say, sheesh, fine. We have never seen you decide. You will get bored of it. There's no girls. There's not that many girls in there. Blah blah. Shut the fuck up before I kick you the fucking 9 miles to hell. Now get the hell out of my face. Issei said with such a murderous look, and this where both of them say, yes sir. They leave. They gone. They were like, no, we're not gonna piss off Issei, who looks like he really wants to murder someone. Issei start fucking reading. He sees Kid Goku just punch the shit out of him. Yeah. This is where Issei kind of chuckles, but yeah. But this is where, mostly all the girls switch up after seeing Issei just like fucking terrorize his friends and tell them to leave him the fuck alone. Which is a shocking thing. Also, mostly Issei is not the type of person to choose violence that much, but Issei literally chose it. He also fucking like rapped on his friends, just basically saying that Goku can beat anyone. Which they don't even know who Goku is, but someone did research it, and it's mostly Aika, and Aika says, really? This person can beat mostly the magical girls? That's where I could kind of question Issei. Issei says, hell yeah, Goku could basically slap into fucking silly. Hell no, no one ain't gonna touch Goku. Who the hell is gonna beat Goku in that series? No one. This is where, well, mostly Aika sort up and says, Issei, are you really taking this whole mostly training serious? Issei says, yes, I am. That's where, well, Aika says, really? Okay. What are you gonna do? Push-ups, sit-ups, and other things? Issei says, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, but like 10 times stronger, mostly doing the same amount as what Goku does. Doesn't he do like over 9,000? I'ma fucking try. And besides, I'm right now wearing this. This is where Issei takes off with like, mostly, just like, not bracelet, mostly just like band, mostly like, wristband. And this is where, well, Issei says, here, hold this. This is where Aika says, okay. This is where she almost falls down and say, what the hell is this? She's right now trying to pull on it hard enough, but this is where, well, other girls right now goes up to it and tries to pull it and says, what the hell is this? He says, it's a wristband. Well, it's weighted clothing, and I'm also wearing weighted clothing. So if you didn't actually smell the sweat on me, then, yeah, either it's because of the great perfume that I right now put on in the morning, which I put a fucking lot. So when I'm running over here, I wouldn't be smelling like garbage. But yeah, now if you don't mind me, give me that bracelet again. Now, back to reading. This is where, well, mostly I can say, are you fucking insane? This is where, well, Issei says, yes, I'm insane. But I'm insane to become like Goku, and I am not being stopped. This is where, well, Issei grins. This is where I can say, just because you got one good, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess that you got hit in the face one time and you managed to dodge, and that's why you were in the hospital or something. This is where Issei said, oh, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And when I actually learn Master Ultra Instinct, I'm gonna kick the fuck out of that guy again. I'm gonna beat his ass 6 when a damn Sunday, move super fast and just kick his ass. This is where, I guess he's, don't you think that's a little bit crazy? Wouldn't you be arrested? That if the cops can actually shoot me. When I have Ultra Instinct, basically having an automatic dodging system. This is where Issei is having like the sinister grin on his face. This is where Aka says, are you also gonna do perverted things? Hell no! I'm gonna be fighting the strongest people ever. This is where, well, mostly Aka says, wait, so you're not gonna be perverted? So are you saying you stop being perverted just because of this crazy idea that you have in your head? Huh? Oh yes, definitely. I threw all my perverted shit out the window, and right now I have mostly Dragon Ball, Z posters, and other things. And I really gotta learn how to train martial arts. Maybe I can learn how to do ki. I wanna fly using ki. I also wanna use ki blast, ki blades, and other shit. That'd be so cool. This is where Issei is jumping up and down. This is where, well, he has stars in his eyes, while making Aika kind of switch up and saying, Issei, this is not you. You're supposed to be the perverted beast. Shut the hell up. I am no perverted beast. I am the beast. The Sand Warrior. Son Goku. This is where, well, mostly Aika says, okay, Issei, please calm down. You're actually being more excitement than anything. This is where Issei says, well, I gotta be Goku here. And I am not gonna be defeated by anyone. Cause Goku, he ain't getting beat by anyone. This is where, well, mostly Aika says, Issei, this is where, no, I'm not calming down. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna go walk around, train, and probably start doing punches. Maybe punching the shit out of it until I basically break my fingers and start healing them later. But yeah, now if you don't mind me, bye-bye. This is where Issei grabs his book back and say, bye-bye. Yeah, Issei ran off, but yeah. That's where I can switch up and every girl switch ups. Now the girls are kind of confused and kind of conflicted with the fact that most of Issei stopped being a pervert. At the same time, we go into Issei punching the tree. This where Issei says, This is where, what? It's hurting his hand, but of course he doesn't care. He's like, He started punching the tree out of it. Just punching the shit out of it. This is where teacher says, Issei, what the hell are you doing? I gotta make my endurance stronger. This is one way to do it. Because I don't have any ki blast to hit my chest so I can actually have endurance. Dietrich says, this is stupid, Issei. Can you not do something like this? I don't care. Punching the shit out of the tree. This is where we almost see Dietrich says, Issei, when are you going to stop? How about this? How about if I reveal my true gender to you, would you stop? Issei says, I don't give a damn what your true gender is. I thought it was a guy anyway. I mean, you are nagging like a girl half the time, so I'm guessing you're a fucking, like, dude, but like a femme dude, whatever. And not gonna lie, I fucking hate you. This is where Dietrich says, what the? No, I'm not a... I'm a girl, you dumbass. This is where, well, Issei says, huh? This is where, well, she actually revealed her true form. And this is where Issei sees it in the mindscape and says, cool. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going back outside to punch in that tree. This is where, well, she then grabs Issei's hand and make them look up to his face. Do you not see what you're doing to yourself? You're basically having splinters at the same time, broken bones. Can you not? Issei says, yes, I cannot stop this training. I need to become like Goku. There's one way, there's There's a glimpse of hope of me becoming Goku, and I am going to become Goku. Even if I'm not a Saiyan warrior, I will become stronger. And this is where, well, right now, T-Drake is right now sweat dropping saying, damn you, bastard. Also, don't call me T-Drake. When we're alone, call me Akame. Other than that, any other time, call me T-Drake. But that is not the fucking point. Is there any way for me to help you and train? Maybe I can help you in like transforming your body into a dragon. This is where Issei says, nope. I'm gonna train this as a human. I gotta become the strongest glimpse of humanity. Aren't you a devil? Shut up. I'm gonna become the strongest glimpse of humanity. Now shut up for a second. I will become a freaking like the strongest. This is where, well, DJ is sweat dropping and just thinking, Issei, you crazy bastard. Can you not? This is where Issei said, now if you don't mind me, bye. This is where Issei start punching his string. Ah, this is where pop. But yeah, this is where Issei's hands are all bloody, but he doesn't care. He started doing push-ups, sit-ups. This is where, well, he doesn't care. 1, 2, 3, Dragon 1, Dragon 2, Dragon 4, Dragon 5. But yeah, he's doing like sit-ups. This is where, well, making, well, a group of girls who actually went to actually see what this whole screaming amount of what the hell's happening, because we were just hurting a while ago the 2 perverted idiots because they've been spying on them. They were wondering where the hell happened to the third, mostly Issei. But this is where, well, they go into mostly seeing what exactly is happening. Captain Moriyama sees what exactly is happening. Issei gets back up, does more push-ups, and this is where Issei then looks at the tree and starts punching it. This is where Issei says, I'm not giving up. I will become the Ultra Instinct Master. That's where, well, mostly Issei's just trying, but yeah. Now, Issei, what he does is also get these sharp sticks. Issei says, now, time to toss these shit up. This is where, well, DJ gets asleep right now, doesn't want to deal with Issei. So, of course, he doesn't notice the dangerous shit that Issei is doing. Issei's throwing rocks, sharp sticks up in the air, and waiting for him to get hit. Which mostly Issei is like waiting until someone fucking like almost hits him, which he managed to dodge, and right now managed to see the sticks and rocks right now managed to hit the ground. That's where he says, ooh, did I awaken Ultra Instinct? Wait, no, that was just my instinct to dodge. Well, that is Ultra Instinct though. This is where, well, he noticed, well, someone right now next to him having a sword, and this is where, well, pointed at him. That's where he said, oh, this is interesting. Hey, Moriyama, what are you doing here? This is where Moriyama glares at him. This is where he said, what are you looking at me like that? You look scary. Maybe this is where Issei tries to like walk away, trying to like push himself away from Moriyama. And this is where he goes back to the tree that's all bloody and like bruised up and other things. He says, hey there, Moriyama. What are you doing here? Moriyama still has the sword pointed towards his face, and this is where he says, wait, I didn't do anything. What the fuck am I supposed to be hurt by? This is where, well, Moriyama crouches down. This is where, well, she grabs one of Issei's wrists, and this is where, well, she felt heavy on his wrist. But she didn't care. She then looks at his, like, mostly fist and noticed the bloody mess. This is where, well, she then glares at him with a murderous look. This is where Issei says, what the hell did I do? I just punched the shit out of the tree. Come on, let me just become a goddamn warrior. This is where Moriyama says, let's go. This is where she starts dragging Issei somehow, even though with his weighted clothing. He says, hey, wait, stop it. This is where, well, mostly Issei kind of managed to get out of mostly Moriyama's kind of grasp. And this is where Moriyama says, no, get over here. You're going to the fucking nurse's office. Actually, better yet, someone call a fucking ambulance. Because I'm going to send Issei to the hospital. Because of his mental crazy fucking self. Issei says, I am not crazy. This is where, well, we'll see. One of the girls were about to start calling until Issei snatches and kind of just hangs up the call and says, besides, I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll be healing later. Probably in 4 days. Who really cares? Other than that, if you don't mind me, I gotta go back to training. Moriyama right now points his sword next to his neck and says, you're not going anywhere. You're going to the hospital whether you like it or not. Do you not see how wounded you are? He looks all around his body and says, I think I'm perfectly fine. Not just your body, you idiot. Look at your hands. Look what you're doing to yourself. I am learning martial arts instinct. I don't know what that is, and I don't care and what that is. Hurry the fuck up to the nurse office or the hospital, whichever you go in. I don't care. This way he says, if you don't care, then why are you bothering to even question me? That's where Moriyama goes up to Issei, right now walking towards him, while Issei's walking backwards. Moriyama keeps walking closer and closer towards Issei, while mostly they are right now really close to each other, and Issei blushing, saying, Moriyama-chan, what are you doing? Moriyama right now says, this. This is where she takes Issei's lips, and this is where, well, we'll see. Every freaking Kindle girl right now wine their eyes, even right now Catherine. This is where, well, they're just seeing how mostly they're somewhat like second in command, what's it called, of the Kennel Club. Right now, just kiss the shit out of mostly the perverted beast, Issei. And they have never seen Moriyama this worried and angry about Issei. This is where, well, they know that mostly Moriyama does have a small little glimpse of crush on the perverted beast. Yes, because they heard it over a conversation with mostly the leader and Moriyama. And this is where, well, mostly Moriyama says, This is where, well, she kind of coughs into her hand and says, that's what I mean. This is where he says, wait. That's where, well, she just blushes and says, now go to the fucking hospital. This is where Issei kind of blushes and says, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know how to feel about you. I don't care how you feel about me. That was just a kiss and how I appreciate you from middle school. Even though I hate the fact that you're a pervert now, Issei says, I stopped being a pervert. I'm actually going to go back into my old personality of middle school, but yeah, if that's what you like more. Really? Yeah, well, my old previous middle school self was more of a nerd into mostly different manga and anime, in which I am still going into that. But yeah, I'm still going to be a pervert. This is where Issei kind of admitted towards Moriyama, making Moriyama blush happily and right now about a hug Issei. Issei says, but you're not going to stop me from training. I am going to be what I am going to do. This is where Issei shows a video towards Moriyama about an anime, and this is where Moriyama swears after seeing this, because pretty much what Issei's trying to do is this. He pretty much showed her like an edit slash a V, but not the point. She then sighs because she has seen Dragon Ball a glimpse of, mostly some clips about it, and this is where, well, she then sighs and says, no, that's just, Issei, you're a normal human, you're not going to do something crazy like that, you're not going to be fighting strong beings that can basically destroy a planet. Issei says, why not? But I want to become the strongest. I want to be just like Goku. Are you a Saiyan? This is where he says, I did not even know you would know what that term is. Yeah, I watch a bit of clips of, mostly clips of it. I watch only DBZ and also DB, but not the point. You're not doing something crazy like that. You're not going to just... Also, wait, why are you so heavy though? Issei pulls out one of his like wristbands, and this is where he gives it to Moriyama. Moriyama feels it and says, this is actually pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie, put it back on. This is where Issei says, okay, you are not going to just be punching the shit out of yourself. Okay, fine. I'll let you train. Do your crazy fucking acts and whatever. But you have to go to the Kennel Club every freaking day. Wait, why? Because if you're going to do something stupid, I'd rather be the one beating the shit out of your stupidity. This is where Issei switches up and says, so you're gonna hit me with the Kendo sword? Yes. If you want to learn this whole stupid Master Oscar insert, whatever the hell you're talking about, then fine. I'll help you learn it by trying to whack the hell out of you. Issei then hugs Moriyama and says, thank you. This is where, well, mostly Issei's happy that someone actually believes that he might be able to master it and be able to help out. But yeah, this is where Moriyama blushes and says, yeah. This is where, well, she actually starts hugging Issei back, while everyone kind of just swears up after seeing somewhat this romance, kind of somewhat geek anime nerds, somewhat just hugging each other. A bit. This is where, well, they still think that Issei's a pervert, but yeah. That's where he says, okay, so I should probably be going then. What time is it? Wait, you didn't actually check what time is it? You realize that the afternoon to school. I see. Skip basically 4 classes. Interesting. Not 4 classes, 3 classes. Interesting. Well, I should probably be leaving then. Nope, you're not leaving until you get to the nurse's office. He says, but she's closed already, isn't she? No, she's still there. No, not the point. Let's go. Issei's basically being dragged by Moriyama, and her fears kind of attitude, but yeah. Issei's kind of happy that mostly Moriyama is someone to just look out for him, but yeah. But this is where, well, we go into a time skip of, well, mostly that happening. Mostly Issei gets his, like, arms bandaged up, of course Splinter's taken out, but yeah. This is where, well, Moriyama says, finally, you're fucking healed. This is where, well, Issei kind of chuckles and says, not gonna lie, Moriyama, you know what you remind me of? This is where, well, Moriyama says, and yeah, and what is that? You remind me of Chi-Chi at the same time, also Bulma from, what, mostly Dragon Ball. And you remind me of Goku and Vegeta, so prideful, arrogant, and annoying. At the same time, so happy and crazy and just insane half the time. He says, am I really prideful? You're prideful on one fucking thing, and that's Dragon Ball. He says, yeah, well, this is where, well, she giggles and says, other than that, I still like you, no matter what. Understand that? This is where, well, Issei kind of smiles at her and says, yeah, I do. This is where, well, she then says, other than that, I'll be helping you. Now, let's go then. That's where Issei grins. So of course, mostly like 5 days passes by, and Issei has got a grasp on Ultra Instinct, and mostly has meditated and other stuff instead of going into an insane kind of training, which he still does insane training, but not the point. But when he's at that house, he hasn't seen the girls or anything for a while. I mean, they're probably still at some with a hospital or doing something else, and Issei doesn't really care. Issei is right now trying to get his insane training, but yeah. But we go into a time skip on mostly open house. It's now open house day, and of course the girls actually appear, and they are all happy to see Issei. Of course, Rias was angry at the fact that he got out of the hospital and just fucking dipped from it. But yeah, that was the thing. Of course, the girls just see him at school, which was confusing, but yeah. But Issei was a little bit more too hyperactive, and they couldn't tell if maybe Issei just forgot about everything. Which when Rias kind of showed her oppa towards Issei, we tried to see if he was a pervert still, Issei didn't care. Literally, he did not care. He was like, okay, interesting. Now, if you don't mind me, I gotta go training right now, but yeah. Well, he's kind of like avoiding what's it called Rias' hits because she was angry from the fact that Issei didn't really care too much. This is where, well, mostly he easily avoids him. He's quite calm and quite, well, keeping his emotions in check, but yeah. But we go into mostly a time skip of the open house, and this is where Issei is in school learning how to create something in ceramics. Which mostly Issei, he right now puts his hands together, and this is where he does it out of instinct. This is where he creates basically, well, mostly a what's it called, statue figures, but this is where, well, he creates mostly statue figures of Goku and Vegeta being right next to each other. But this is where, well, below him will be mostly Issei, which Issei is right now kind of in his somewhat form of Ultra Instinct, or his version of Ultra Instinct. Mostly he has this kind of hair kind of all curled up around, and this is where, well, he does kind of have his eyes silver, but not the point. Well, it's supposed to be silver, but since there's no colors, that's not the point. But in another statue figures, this is where, well, mostly, well, no. There's just Goku and, of course, somewhat Vegeta, but this is where, well, Issei is just there underneath right now, kind of being kind of, well, in a fighting style, but yeah, like a fighting stance, but not the point. While in another certain brown-haired girl with kind of goldenish eyes, honey goldenish eyes, this is where, well, she kind of created mostly these two figures. One is kind of named Chi-Chi and the other one is named Bulma. This is where, well, underneath them is mostly, well, Moriyama, who's basically in a fighting standstill with mostly having her sword out and also kind of having this technology shield that she created, but yeah. Because she is quite smart, and so she does kind of like creating a lot of things, but yeah. This is where, well, the teacher kind of congratulates both Issei and Moriyama and how good their kind of like sculptures are. This is where, well, mostly the teacher congratulates Issei and his like skills in creating these two characters. He questioned who they are. Issei says one is named Goku, a sand, well, mostly a sand that was sent to Earth to destroy it, but became the warrior and protector of it. Vegeta, the arrogant prince of, well, mostly the prince of all sands, a second rival, well, mostly the rival of Goku, because the fact that they're the only sands, because mostly sand planet was destroyed a long time ago by evildoer named Frieza. But yeah, that's where, well, the person says, okay, that's a very detailed story. That's where, well, mostly he then looks at Moriyama. Moriyama kind of looks cheerful and says, well, mostly the one next to her, mostly the one that has kind of looks like to have a pigtail somewhat, and kind of cut his hair. Her name is Chi-Chi. She is the mostly daughter of the Ox King, and she's also married to Goku. This is where, well, mostly the warrior of the, what's it called, Earth, and the savior of it. This is where, well, she then also says that Bulma is mostly, I think Bulma had it last time, I can't remember. But this is where, well, Bulma is mostly Vegeta's wife at the same time, a technology kind of master. She creates a lot of things like to help her husband in training other stuff. This where, well, and then there's me. This where, well, mostly the teacher nodded and says, wow, you two are very talented. It's like if you're both hinting yourself to actually be married. Both of them blush and just look away. The girls are mostly from the ORC kind of looks jealous, but not the point. This is where, well, mostly we go into, well, a time skip of, well, mostly Issei kind of getting out of that class and kind of going on with his life. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei kind of sees a group of guys really just run past him. This is where it was basically Matsuna Murahama says, yeah, a magical girl is here. This is where, well, Issei drops up and says, what the fuck? This is where Moriyama says, I have no clue. Ignore them for now. This is where Issei says, yeah, I should probably just ignore them. This is where, well, Sona and Moshi Tsubaki saw both of them and says, what the hell was that noise? This is where, well, this is where they point down and say, there goes a bunch of fanboys going after a magical girl. They both said at the same time. This is where, well, mostly Sona noticed the sculptures that basically Issei and Moriyama did. This is where, oh, she was impressed with their kind of talents, but this is where, oh, she doesn't know much of the characters that they basically created behind them. But this is where, well, she can only understand that basically, they are pretty good at it. But this is where, well, she then noticed how both of them are quite close with each other, which made kind of Sona wonder what exactly are their relationship together. She knows that Moriyama hates Issei, and Issei kind of peeps on Moriyama. Unless there's actually a relationship hidden between mostly that hatred, and actually this is where Sona realized what they're actually quite close to. They're probably dating already, which makes Sona a little bit jealous, but this is where, well, she won't admit it because she's happy the fact that Issei did save her. But this is where, well, mostly Issei kind of says, well, we should probably be going. I know my parents should be around here and I need to talk to them. Other than that, this is where, well, Moriyama says, you should probably talk to my parents also. This is where, well, Issei says, you really want to talk to your parents? Doesn't your dad hate me or something? No, he never hated you entirely. I just lied about mostly so you don't show up in my house. Issei kind of chuckles and says, yeah, sorry about being a pervert. This is where Issei kind of apologizes to Moriyama. Moriyama says, no, it's fine. This is where, well, mostly Sona noticed how they are both just talking and walking away, making Sona jealous a bit. This is where, well, mostly Tsubaki says, are you jealous, President? This is where, well, mostly Sona says, what? No, I'm not jealous. Why would I be ever jealous at a pervert like him? This is where, well, Tsubaki kind of just smiles and giggles at mostly Sona's kind of attitude against mostly the pervert. But we go into mostly a time skip of mostly Issei meeting up with mostly Moriyama's kind of family. And of course, where, well, Moriyama's dad right now gives Issei a strong handshake, which Issei gives back. And of course, Moriyama's dad is no joke of any matter height. He is not like 5 or any of that. He's literally like 7, what's it called? So he somewhat look like he's 13 feet, which is quite tall. Or not 13, he's 8 feet. This is where, well, he is literally quite tall, and this is where, well, mostly Issei was shocked. But this is where Issei wasn't intimidated from mostly Moriyama's father. Moriyama's father chuckles after seeing Issei. This is where, well, he kind of mostly changes his height to being that of literally, well, almost the same height as his wife, which his wife is literally 6 feet. This is where, well, Issei was shocked and says, what the? This is where, well, Moriyama says, Dad, what the hell? No, don't show him magic. Issei says, I'm already in depth in the supernatural, but I was never expecting that. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama says, wait, really? You know about the supernatural? Issei says, of course. That's why, wait, you didn't know? I was already learning martial arts tradition. That's why I was dodging pretty easily, using the blindfold. Yeah, I thought you were joking. Well, mostly Moriyama already knows about Issei being on the supernatural, so of course when her dad right now used magic, Issei wasn't too shocked, because mostly Moriyama wasn't too shocked when Issei did into mostly go into Ultra into like the first form, being the sight, but yeah. But this is where Issei also learned about Ki. by his own training method. Even though he had asked Koneko didn't help him in it, but yeah, he decided to go on his own training, but yeah. But yes, Issei did see the other girls, but not the point. He didn't see them too much, but yeah. Akuno has tried to annoy him, but Issei just ignored her entirely, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly we go into Issei just kind of like talking to Moriyama's dad, but yeah, not the point. This is where, well, Moriyama's father says, so where's your parents? This is where, well, Issei says, I don't really know. I think there should be with Ozzy, I think so, but not the point. This is where, well, mostly, well, Moriyama's father says, I see. So, when are you two going to, this is where, well, he kind of gives out a hand demonstration of what he actually wants from Moriyama and Issei. And this is where Issei and Moriyama's face becomes red, and this is where they look away. This is where, well, Moriyama's face says, Dad, what the fuck? This is where, well, mostly Issei kind of blushes, looks away. This is where, well, mostly Moriyama's mother's kind of giggling and seeing both of their faces, which mostly makes both of them just blush and fluster as hell. This is where, well, to a family of, like, people actually appear right next to mostly Moriyama and Issei. And this is where, well, a family kind of looking like four. A man that has kind of darkish, mostly blackish hair with tattoos all around kind of says, oh, hey, Josen. This is where Josen is the man who's actually Moriyama's father. This is where, well, Moriyama's father says, oh, hello there. What's your fucking name again? Oh yeah, Kiyomasa. What are you doing here? This is where Kiyomasa says, I'm just here with my my wife and her my two daughters here. This is where, well, he then points at both Moriyama's best friend being Catherine and Catherine's older sister, Miyaku. But yeah. Miyaku, and this is where, oh, mostly they kind of just wave at mostly Moriyama, which Moriyama waves back at them, and this is where, well, Moriyama kind of just looks a little bit happier, which Issei still looks flustered, but not the point. This is where, well, Issei says, well, I should go look for my mom and dad. You probably are interested to talk to them. This is where, well, he then looks at Josen. Josen says, oh, of course. But you should probably take my daughter with you, just to make sure that she doesn't actually, somehow loses you. This is where, well, he then winks at mostly Moriyama, which Moriyama kind of blushes. Kiyomasa kind of notices and kind of wanted to tease his daughter and says, hey, Catherine, maybe you should also follow Moriyama, just to make sure that, well, nothing bad happens between those two. This is where, well, Kiyomasa wanted to at least screw over his kind of good friend Josen. Josen says, you son of a bitch. This is where, well, mostly Kiyomasa kind of grins. This is where Catherine was shocked to ever hear her father kind of ask her to follow mostly both Moriyama and Issei. Now, of course, she knows about the romance and the fact that mostly Issei and somewhat Moriyama are somewhat in a kind of relationship somewhat. But yeah. Now, Moriyama was actually the one to actually heal Issei's heart with romance after a while with 5 days of training, but yeah. Just because she was quite helpful and quite nice and other things. Unlike any other girl that Issei's been around, mostly DRC, who literally doesn't help him with any of his, mostly literally pain from Rainer. But yeah. But he didn't care too much about Rainer's pain, and that's why it was easier to heal, because he was more important focusing in the Ultra Instinct, but yeah. But this is where, well, they kind of go look for that situation happening. And this is where, well, they walk into a situation, the gym place of, well, Sanji and Seraphon, and also Sona and Sabaki. This is where Seraphon noticed Issei and says, you're the Red Dragon Emperor! This is where she rushes straight towards Issei. This is where Sona, Sabaki, and even Sanji just kind of realize that both Moriyama and Catherine right next to Issei. Well, before mostly Seraphon can even get close to Issei uses Ultra Instinct to right now duck in an instant, dodging her in an instant. This is where, well, Issei says, what the hell was that? This is where, mostly Catherine Moriyama says, I don't know, was that magical, girl? This is where Issei says, yeah, I don't care too much about that shit. This is where Issei says, yo, what the hell's happening here? This is where, well, mostly both of them say, what about them? This is where, well, they already know about the supernatural, who really cares? Issei says, other than that, I'm be looking for my parents. I'm really looking for this whole troublesome thing. Well, other than that, bye. This is where, well, Seraphon appeared once again, trying to trap Issei in a hug, but Issei uses mostly Ultra Instinct to dodge, but yeah. And they cannot tell this is Ultra Instinct, but Issei doesn't have it fully mastered, he just easily dodges, but yeah. He's not in the form technically in it, but yeah. But of course, we go into a time skip later on. We go into, well, mostly, well, a time skip of Issei finding his parents, and yeah. This is where Issei's parents are basically talking to mostly the Grimmery family, mostly Sursex and even Asiaticus, and even what's it called? I think Graceby was there? No, Graceby wasn't there. But this is where, well, Asiaticus and even Sursex says, hello there, Issei. This is where, well, mostly Issei sup. This is where Rias notices Moriyama and Catherine and was confused on why they're here. But this is where, well, Issei says, mostly Issei kind of goes up to his parents and says, Mom, Dad, I want you to meet mostly Catherine and Moriyama here. This is where, well, mostly both of them just bows while making what's it called? Well, mostly both Mika and Goro kind of bow down and say, hello there, Moriyama-chan and Catherine-chan. This is where, well, mostly says, also, I want you to meet up with Moriyama's parent. This is where he kind of said, with a very kind of nervous look, which made mostly both of his parents just pop up and just look confused. Surgex and even what's it called? The other girls looks confused. Rias looks even more confused. This is where, well, they say, sure, we can meet up with them. Why? Issei kind of gulps, and this is where Moriyama right now takes a stand right next to Issei, grabs his hand, and this is where, well, she then says, it's because I'm his girlfriend. This is where, well, making, well, both of his parents wind their eyes, and Sursex and Deodax looks dumbfounded as fuck. This is where, well, mostly Rias just realized that she got smacked the hell out of by reality itself. This is where, well, she says, what? This is where, well, mostly making everyone's ears almost breaks, and this is where Issei says, ow. This is where, well, mostly, Sursex just seems dumbfounded and looks like the, what's it called, computer in his head. Mostly the brain in his head right now just turned off. Sursex's brain has turned the fuck off. This is where, well, Zeoticus is also shocked because they had a marriage plan with mostly Issei, but they weren't going to reveal it until later on. But this is where, well, when Issei already had a relationship, since, well, he doesn't have technically anyone married or having a relationship with, because, well, Rias never did ask him for a relationship or any of that. They are just shocked. They then think about the marriage and looking at Rias and realizing that truly they can't just get into mostly a relationship between a human and someone, a devil who literally beat the shit out of, well, none other than, well, what's it called? One of Azo's kind of cadre fallen angels, and that being, well, the fallen angel named Kokobel. But yeah, this is where, well, mostly Surgex did feel that power, and that power is literally felt like gods, but beyond gods. But yeah, this is where, well, he was shocked, he was scared also, but yeah, but not the point. This is where, well, but this is where, well, mostly, both Mika and even, what's it called, Goro were shocked, and go up to Moriyama, hug her, and says, are you sure you want to do this relationship stuff with our son? I know he's a little, this is where, well, Moriyama says, I will. He's mine, and no one else should touch him. This is where Issei blushes, looks flustered. This is where, well, both of mostly Issei's parents looks at Issei and says, she's a keeper. This is where, well, Issei blushes to say, yeah. This is where, well, Issei seems to say, yeah. This is where, well, he was just shocked to believe his parents said yes. This is where, well, to the fact that mostly the relationship is there. This is where, well, mostly Goro said, other than that, sorry about the Asiaticus. I guess we're going to have to go meet mostly Moriyama's kind of father and mother. And what about Catherine here? This is where Issei said, I don't really have a relation. This is where, well, before mostly, what's called, well, mostly not Moriyama. Before Issei can finish that sentence, Moriyama covers his mouth, and that's where Catherine says, yes, I'm also in a relationship with Issei. Issei widened his eyes and said, whoa. This is where, well, mostly making Issei confused. This is where, well, mostly both of them hugs Catherine also say, yes, we're gonna have a big family. This is where they kind of run off to talk to Issei, mostly his new girlfriend's parents, but yeah. And this is where Issei was about to walk away until Zeoticus grabs his hand and says, mostly shoulder. Not Zeoticus, Sursex, and this is where, well, Sursex says, Issei, I need to talk to you. Issei kind of looks at him and confused and says, sure, what is it? This is where, well, Sursex says, can you break up with those women? What? This is where Issei looks confused and a little bit angry and annoyed. This is where Issei says, what do you mean? Finally, I finally fixed my heart from the fact that Rainer, the fallen angel, killed me a while ago, and then I got resurrected by your sister. From the fact that, well, those crows didn't die sooner or whatever, starting a war, just because, yeah. But my heart was shattered into a million pieces, and luckily Moriyama and I guess Catherine fixed it. But not the point. And you want me to break up with women that basically love me truly. This is where Surzek says, what do you mean about fallen angel killing you? Didn't Rias just transform you into a devil after... This is where, well, Rias was right there and sweat dropping. This is where, well, she wasn't actually thinking that Issei would literally tell her brother about that. This is where, well, and also she realized that Rainer was basically going to screw her over later because Issei just had a broken heart in the first place. That's why he looks scared with women entirely. But now he just doesn't seem to be scared with women. This is where Ziaticus looks at his own daughter and says, so you're telling me that you resurrected this boy after he died? That's where Issei says, yeah, that's what I just said. That's where both Ziatic and Surzek just tell him to shut for a second. This is where Issei says, can I go? Yeah, sure, you can go. That's where they look at mostly Rias disappointed, and Rias looks kind of sad and says, wait, This is where she looks scared. She wasn't expecting this, but yeah. She was hoping her brother and father would actually convince Issei to break up with the girl, but Issei seems to be now much more happy state and walking away. Which he didn't really meant to actually harm Rias in any way. He just didn't want to break up with two girls that he actually took an interest in. Because mostly Moriyama does remind him way too much of Chi-Chi and also like Boma. But Catherine also does remind him of somewhat Chi-Chi at the same time. Mostly he gets reminded of Velma. What? Yeah. But no. Yeah, Videl. Not Velma. Mostly Videl from mostly Dragon Ball, from like Gohan's like wife and other things. But yeah, that's right. Well, he kind of gets to mostly seeing his parents just talking to mostly Kiyomasa and also the guy Josen. But yeah, that's where while they're talking, mostly Goro's talking to them, while mostly Mika talks to her friends. Who are actually mostly they've been mostly good friends since high school. So of course it wasn't a surprise. It was surprising to see mostly their children are all together. But of course, it's more surprising from the fact they've been a high school friends for a while. But yeah, it's a pinkish hair girl that kind of looks like mostly Catherine and mostly Miyakasa's Shikamaru. But yeah, of course, but an older female with pinkish hair and bluish eyes. She also kind of looks kind of like gangster, but not much. And then there's the other person. It's a girl with kind of like darkish brown hair. And kind of like these kind of well, not blackish, mostly they're yellowish golden eyes, and it's basically just talking to Mika. But yeah, this is where, well, they're talking. This is where, well, mostly Issei sees Moriyama and Catherine just being flustered from the fact their parents just been kind of talking about them and mostly Issei, which Issei kind of hears it, and this is where his face becomes flustered. But yeah, but we go into mostly a time skip later on. It's mostly, we kind of go from mostly the whole meeting, the meeting with the kind of like small little vampire kid that Issei meets up, which Issei does kind of ignore just because it's annoying to him somewhat. He doesn't really care about training him. He cares about training himself, but yeah. Well, mostly Issei is friendly in this one. He's not ruthless. He is friendly. He trying to just talk to a vampire kid, while Issei talks to Moriyama, Catherine, which mostly they help and kind of train the kid, but yeah. While mostly Azo still meets up with Issei and talks about mostly how to help the vampire kid with mostly controlling the evil eye, but yeah. While mostly Issei kind of just ignores Azo, but this is where Azo kind of shows that he's the fallen angel, which makes Issei get on guard. And before Azo can even dodge or even like keep talking, Issei thought that Azo was the threat, so of course Issei went into Ultra Instinct and Instinct, which mostly the kind of insight of the Ultra Instinct. His eyes went silver and he punches the shit out of Azo. Azo falls down to the ground. Like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Come on, Red Dragon Emperor. I wasn't even a threat. I was just here to talk. Issei says, I thought you were a threat. I had to eliminate you at once. This is where, well, Issei makes a key blast in his hand, and this is where Azo says, hey, we don't need to do any of this. Issei says, fine. This is where, well, mostly Azo doesn't even know how Issei managed to catch up to him right in front of him without even noticing that he was there in the first place. But yeah. But we go into mostly a time skip of the meeting. But yeah. But this is, well, this is not where I'm going to leave it off, but mostly we go into the meeting. Moriyama and Catherine are not there, but this is where, well, the meeting does begin, and this is where, well, mostly Issei does see the White Dragon Emperor, or Empress, who really knows because she's right now in armor. which, yes, she's going to be a she, but not the point. This is where, well, before anything else happens, the place just got frozen in an instant, like time freezes, but Issei wasn't next to Rias. So, of course, where, well, Issei just dodges Rias most of the time. This is where, well, all of the people who were not strong enough got frozen, but Issei was not frozen thanks to his boosted gear. But this is where, well, he then had a strange, well, mostly, he felt like something was going to happen. That's why he went into Ultra Instant in an instant. Right now, showing off his technique. His eyes went silver. His hair just spiked up. And this is where, well, an energy kind of glow appear around him. But this is where, well, before anything happens, this is where someone appears and saying, "Ha! I'm going to be able to want to kill you, Sir Jack." But before anything happens, Issei right now appear right in front of her and say, "Ha!" Obliterate her in an instant. Right now, that Kamehameha rushes straight to an army that just appeared. Basically being the, what's it called, army of, well, the Chaos Brigade. Killing a lot of members of the Chaos Brigade, which they were shocked. They were like, what the fuck? Who the hell did that? Issei right now appear outside, and this is where Issei right now powers up and glaring at mostly all the new people who are appearing. Basically, Chaos Brigade member. They were like saying, who the hell is that? And why is this power right now similar to that Orphis? This is where Issei rushes at them, and this is where before they can even understand what happened, Issei made 2 ki blades right now in his hand, because he's been learning how to use ki entirely. But this is where, well, he's not the greatest, but this is where Issei starts kind of dodging, using instinct to dodge and attack at the same time. He's right now, he's not the greatest attacker, but this is where Issei has defeated a lot of members. Literally killed a bunch of like these, well, kind of Chaos Brigade members. This is where Issei says, I am done now. This is where, well, Issei appears right in front of Sursex, mostly the angels and, well, mostly the fallen angels. But yeah, this is where, well, as I say, hey kid, that's been a good job. I am a little shocked that you can do something like that. Issei right now looks at mostly, as I'm just mostly kind of like, mostly roll his eyes, but whatever. This is where, as I say, hey, I just want to know something. Do you want peace? Issei says, sure, why not? I mean, peace should be good enough because I don't need to deal with that much shit. This is where, well, mostly before anything happens, a ball of like energy was about to smash into Issei until Issei slapped it away in an instant. This is where, well, he basically used Ultra Instinct again, but he felt more tired because he had it to forcibly activate. But yeah, this is where, well, he then noticed the White Dragon Emperor, but it's actually the Empress. And this is where, well, she then talks saying, so you are basically my rival. And you have this interesting power that you didn't even use what's it called, Red Dragon Emperor's power. You're interesting. How about fight me? Issei said, fine. If you want to fight, then I'll fight you. Also, Issei did destroy mostly the little kind of like time thing. He just shot at it and yeah, destroyed it in an instant. But yeah, with a bit of his ki. But this is where, well, mostly, what's it called? Kiba and right now Zenobia had to go to the club to actually go save, yeah, Konako and, yeah, Konako and, Gasper, but yeah. But this is where Issei is right now in front of what's it called, the White Dragon Empress. This is where she says, bring it. She's in her balance breaker and she says, how about you go into your balance breaker, Red Dragon Emperor? This is where Issei did not care. He went into Ultra Instant again. But of course, since he's tired, he punched the shit out of, mostly Valerie out of her armor in an instant. Basically, didn't even move from his spot. Like an air pressure smashed into her armor, shattering and making her fall out of it. She coughs up some spit and says, what the? Hey, that's cheating! She glares at the Issei and Issei says, that's not cheating. That's just called being better than you. That's called being built different and being better than you. This is where she glares at him in a murderous look. But this is where, well, someone actually appeared right in front of her. This is where, well, breaking the barrier. But yeah, it is none other than, what's it called? Or not barrier. There was no barrier. But this is where someone actually appears. That being, well, was there a barrier? I can't remember. Yeah, there was a barrier. And this is where, well, someone actually appears saying, well, interesting. I guess, well, they don't really say, I guess I'm going to have to save you, White Dragon Empress. They said that. But this is where, well, he had kind of blackish hair and yellowish hair at the same time, yellowish eyes. This is where next to Valerie appears none other than Orphis. This is where, well, all the Lions members just wind their eyes seeing Orphis. But before anything happens, Issei gets out of his mode in an instant because he seems to be tired. Right now, kind of the purplish lightning hurt his body and he falls down. He's like, what the? Am I at my limit of Ultra Instinct? Damn it. I haven't learned how to control my ki fully. But before mostly the person right now rushes at Issei, right now with blinding speed and saying, that's it! Red Dragon Emperor, I heard and I saw your power and speed. Let's see who's stronger. Before the punch can even connect with Issei's face, someone appears right now blocking his shit with one finger in an instant. This person looks like this. He looks like a red dragon, but mostly with this like whole drip. This is where, well, he kind of smiles and says, interesting. Very interesting. Huh, that punch didn't even hurt me much. But you are quite annoying. This is where he grabs the person's hand. Well, not even grabbing his hand. He basically grabs the person's hand and kind of just start twisting. And this is where, well, Crom Crutch right now grit his teeth and hey, what the? Hakai. This is where, well, the person puts his hand right in front of mostly Crom Crutch. Hakai. This is where he disappears. Orpheus right now wants her eyes. The power of this dragon being actually is stronger than hers. But yeah. This is where, well, the dragon says, interesting. Very interesting. This is where, well, he then sees his car behind him, Issei, and Issei is right now out of his astral instant, but this is where another person appears right next to him and looking like this. So, I guess this is planet 445. This is where, well, we'll see the dragon being says, yes, my angel, it seems this is this planet's Earth. Or this is called Earth also. This is where, well, he then kind of looks at the kid and says, is that the being that actually has the power of, you know, Ultra Instinct? Has the technique that had awoken with him? This is where, well, she kind of just stabs the, mostly kind of bonks Issei in the head. Not that hard, but just like a little bonk. And just says, yes, he is the one to just awaken it. The power that pass. But let's say again. So he says transpass into the domains of a god. This is what, well, mostly the angel said. That's what he did. That's what, well, mostly he looks confused, but looks at them with widened eyes and looks at them just kind of pulling out his phone and saying, you two are an angel and a god of destruction. This is where the angel looks at Issei's phone and says, I guess someone was here before us that actually kind of talked about, see, the god of destruction and also the angel system. This is where, well, mostly the god of destruction right now looks at Issei and says, interesting. You are quite interesting there, boy. This is where, well, right now Orpheus right now says, what? Who are you? I have never seen you, Red Dragon. This is where, well, the god of destruction, the Red Dragon, kind of looks at mostly Orpheus and says, what are you anyway? You look pathetic and weak in my eyes. You don't even have any potential to be able to, well, surpass your limits. I am not interested in you. This is where he just pushes Orpheus away with just a bit of his like hand, mostly his wrist, and just slams her into literally multiple trees into a building in an instant. This is where everyone in their eyes seeing how this person just wiped the floor with Orpheus. This is where everyone says, oh hell no, this man just basically is stronger than Orpheus. This is where the White Dragon Empress realized that this person is stronger than any of them. This is where, well, mostly the angel kind of like bonks Issei in the head to heal him. This is where, well, she then says, interesting. You seem to be taking a liking to mostly, what's it called? Mostly, she then says, you have been taking a liking to the god of destruction of this universe. Universe 17. This is where, well, she then says, his name is, Red Restaurant. Or not Red Restaurant. Mostly, she says, Red, Shenron. This is where, well, Shenron says, other than that, my boy, would you like to train under me? Issei kind of just looks at this as a one in a chance opportunity, and he says, what about my friend and family? This is where, well, my girlfriend's other things. Do not worry about that. You do not need to train in my planet for too long. You can still make a choice, but I'm quite interested in training you to see your max potential. Issei grins and says, yeah, I would like to do that. This is where Issei grins, and this is where, well, right now Valerie won her eyes after seeing this person right now offer Issei training. This is where she realized, even though she's a descendant of Lucifer and other things, she will not be able to fight against mostly Issei, because Issei right now activated this form. She wanted to call him a loser and other things, like he would never be able to beat her or any of that. No, this kid is stronger than her. Even though he might be a normal human, doesn't really have anything special, he activates just one thing once in a fucking infinity universe lifetime. And yet, he's now being considered to be trained as a new god of destruction. This is where Valerie is angry and jealous, and this is where mostly Fury This is where she goes into a juggernaut drive, but before anything happens, the angel right now blocks it, and what she does is she reverses mostly Valor's mostly back into normal. And also sealing the white dragon, and white dragon, and then Issei saying, there. Now we have time to kind of, talk. This is where, Valor is enraged and saying, damn it! I'm the one to be stronger, not you! This is where, Issei ignores her entirely. Everyone was shocked. This is where, when Rias was unfreezed, she was shocked that mostly Issei is going to be trained by some being stronger than her. This is where, mostly she says, no, that can't be. No, I am his master, you cannot do that. Issei said, oh right, I forgot about these evil pieces. And this is where, before anything happens, the angel just pokes his chest and the evil pieces just shot out, being all destroyed in an instant. This is where, she then says, there, now you can actually be free. This is the god of destruction just smiles and says, you are no longer a slave, kid. We would just need to understand if you actually want to be the god of destruction. No matter what, I'm still training you, just to see your potential, kid. Issei smiles and says, yeah. Can my girlfriend also shows up at this place of yours, your highness? This is where, mostly the god of destruction just chuckles and says, don't call me that. But sure, if your mate wants to show up, then your mate can. This is where, mostly Issei smiles, and this is where Rias just wants her eyes. Literally, Issei is no longer her pawn, and Issei literally is being trained by someone stronger than her. Entirely. Stronger than her brother, stronger than Great Red entirely. And she can't do anything about it. But we go into mostly Issei leaving Earth, of course telling his parents about the supernatural, and mostly the universe and other things. Mostly, Issei's parents' brains almost fried entirely, but they were happy because, they were happy that their son actually been able to kind of be stronger than anyone. Of course, while mostly Kiyomasa was actually glad that mostly his daughter's boyfriend is actually quite strong and is actually going to become stronger to protect his daughter. But yeah, this is where Josen is actually happy also, and this is where he tells Mariyama to go along with her boyfriend, just so they can see each other. This is where, Mariyama just shakes her head and saying that she won't be able to stand up with the planet gravity if there's actually gravity, because she's considered to still be a normal human. That's where, mostly Josen chuckles and says that is true. That's where, the angel says that she can actually do kind of like mostly something so she wouldn't be actually destroyed by the gravity itself. That's where, mostly Mariyama still refuses and says that she wants to train by herself to actually become stronger. Strong enough to be by mostly Issei's side when he comes back. But yeah. But we'll go into mostly 1 month time skip. It was mostly through the summer. So mostly Issei is actually training in the summer. So it's basically 3 months later. But we go into mostly someone actually appearing on Earth again. This where, he seemed to have a cloak around him, and he's actually going to the underworld. Or not underworld, he goes to the human world because, that's where he's going to be at. But this where, he seemed to have a cloak around him, and this where, he says, it's been a while being on this planet. I wonder how Mariyama and Catherine are doing. Maybe they became even cuter than normal. This is where, he grins, but this is where there's someone next to him is kind of hitting him in the head and saying, Baka, can you not be perverted? I am not perverted though. You're so mean, you know that? This is where the girl with the kind of darkish outfit with kind of whitish hair, bluish skin, and says, whatever. Can't believe I'm your basically angel. And since you're not entirely a god of destruction, I'm just an angel who's actually helping a new, training a new god of destruction. Shouldn't you also be training because consider you're a new angel? Shut up already. Let's just go already. Issei grins and then says, fine, let's show them. This is where Issei's new look actually looks completely different. His hair is completely white somewhat, but this is where, he does kind of has a, so his outfit looks like this entirely, but yeah. This is where he then says, other than that, then let's go. This is where, he's on top of mostly the air. Right now on top of the clouds, and the moon is shining upon him. His hair, his aura is sparkling and other things. This is where, he says, well then let's go, my angel. The angel looks like this. But yeah. Other than that, I'm going to leave it off here for mostly part 2 of this What If. Bye soon, yeah. My voice is kind of hurting after a while. But other than that, bye soon, yeah. And I know I'm going to do the Kermit Frog later, or What If later, if I get to it. But other than that, bye soon, yeah.